I'm going to do some drawing again from my prompt book. So let me get set up here. That was some pug stickers, by the way, that you can find at gricklemart.com if you like what you saw. There, little plug. Okay, let me find my marker, my pen, whatever, and let's get this going. Okay, oh my gosh, I haven't looked at this book in a while, so let's see what I can find. First thing I see, all right, there it is. Something nautical. Nice and vague. A nice vague prompt. I can't think of what's nautical. I don't know. I'm going to draw what I think is nautical. Here we go. This is nautical, right? What is it? Ooh, okay, a bit of a lopsided anchor there, but I think it looks like an anchor, right? How's everyone doing today? I'm not going to draw a gill man if I have the excuse to do so. I think that falls under nautical, right? Certainly water-based. Let's make this in the water. Actually, under the water. Some nice seaweed going on here. Starfish down there. I think that feels plenty nautical to me. Is that a little color? Ooh, sorry, Bill the Cat. Again, I don't know Twitch yet. I'm still learning it, but I guess that's a good thing. In that I'm big enough on Twitch to have ads. But as we all know, none of us like ads. They're the necessity of the capitalist society we live in. So I apologize for that. And gosh, yeah, big bucks. nothing more than this to be my main job, and I could just draw live all day doodling for whoever wanted to watch. Oh, can no one hear me? Oh. All right, is the mic on now? Sorry about that, folks. I forgot to plug it in. I've been talking to myself, which I was anyway, but now none of that's recorded, and it was so clever. Not really. Don't think anyone missed all that much, really. Okay, great. Sorry, thanks for mentioning that, Bill the Cat, because I would have gone the entire session without realizing the mic hadn't been plugged in. Let's see. Yeah, this whole Twitch experience is a learning process for me and for everyone willing to come along for the ride. What I was talking about when my mic wasn't plugged in was just Bill the Cat bringing up the fact that there's ads now, which again I guess is a good sign that I've reached some sort of level on here, but I recognize the pain in the butt that ads are for all of us, but the evil necessity that they seem to be in a society as capitalistic as ours is. I get the reason for their existence, but it doesn't make them any more pleasant to sit through. So apologies for that. Oh, there's purple. Oh, I didn't crab Mose. What is the delay that you experience? I mean, I definitely see a bit of a delay when I look at the feed and the speed that I'm currently drawing at, but I didn't realize there'd be a recognizable delay for you guys. Alright, I'm probably adding way too much color to this. I should just move on, but I can't help myself, so give me one more minute here. Oh, thanks, little Miss Artsy Fartsy. That's a great handle, by the way. Excuse me. Yep, pirate and a gill man. That's the way to start a day, right? Okay. Yeah, I can't help it. I'm layering a lot of colors on here. I like messing with water in pencil crayon because I just like layering on different colors that make it feel aquatic and special. I don't know. It's fun. I enjoy it. Doesn't always work out, but I like it when the combo makes it feel full. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're gonna move on. Okay, this prompt is hammock. And you know, I'll try my best here. What's kind of fun about these prompts again is just, to me, this the open-endedness in that what seems like an innocent prompt, and it is, can be twisted to be whatever sort of vibe you want. Oh, interesting. Okay. very focused on this. I'm getting a little quiet. I'm kind of pleased with this hammock drawing. It's sort of almost creepy or weird, or just totally you could read into it whatever you wanted. Maybe it's just totally nice and normal. What is normal, really? Well, maybe. Okay, let's add a little more here. Yeah, I don't know if this hammock falls into the cozy category, but they are cozy in general, yes. Agreed. I mean, I don't know. Is that guy cozy? He looks suspicious to me. Or skeptical, or... I'm not sure what the term is, but... True. You just never know when a butterfly is going to come along. Let's see. Okay. I'm pleased with that. Enough. Okay, let's see what else I can find in this prompt book. Uh, Those posers asks, I was curious, why do you sketch directly with a micron? Uh, well, it's less about the micron and more about the size of the pen, and it's permanent ink and it's a size .02. But I don't know if the question is more that you're perplexed that I don't do a pencil sketch underneath first. On some instances, I certainly should do that, but in the essence of getting as many drawings as I can get done in a doodly way for live drawing, I like drawing directly with the ink. It's kind of a tightrope walk. Lots of wrong decisions can happen, but there's something, I don't know if you've ever watched any tutorials of, and I'm not saying I'm anywhere near the level of Quentin Blake, but I do love watching Quentin Blake just slap ink down, and there's an energy and a liveliness to the drawings that just kind of happens because there isn't any sort of underdrawing happening, and it's just that sort of direct first touch. But the downside, of course, is that I probably default to a lot of tried and true things, and I'm not maybe as risk-taking when I'm drawing directly with ink as I would be if I had been experimenting with pencil first. I don't know. Yeah, I've just done this my whole life, drawing straight with ink a lot of times, because I'm always in a hurry for some silly reason. In a hurry to make a drawing so that I can get to the next drawing, if that makes any sense. And it doesn't. And I freely admit to that. But there is something, there's an energy to just drawing directly in ink that I can never quite achieve when I really plan a drawing out. Something dies a bit. It ends up probably being a better thought out and constructed drawing, but there is an energy to this sort of drawing directly with ink right away that I love. I don't know if that answers your question. Oh, good. I guess I did. Awesome. This is kind of based on an animated short I did a long time ago. A little Sasquatch guy sitting in an old rusted out truck. I don't know, I've always liked the setup of this idea.
crowd moths. Process for coloring. I don't know that I actually have a real process. I don't know. Color is something I have never honestly truly felt very confident in. I don't think I'm super versed in understanding the complexities or the choices to be made with color. I do the best I can, but a lot of times I find myself defaulting to where I was when I was 6 years old coloring in a picture. I make the sky blue, I make the grass green, and then when I do pay attention to other much more accomplished artists and their skills with color, I'm like, oh wow, you could make the sky pink, or you can do all kinds of things and give it a much different. You can add so much mood with color if you know what you're doing. And I frankly don't know what I'm doing, so a lot of times, like right now, I'm defaulting to green. Green for the bushes, green for the grass, because I don't want anything to be confusing for the viewer. I want to make sure it reads clear, so I go for the most obvious choice. But I have learned over time to get a little experimental sometimes and maybe just throw a little touch of purple into the grass or something, and it just gives it a touch more. But I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing. That's what I like about pencil crayons. I feel like it's fairly forgiving for me to play with color because it's a little bit not, I don't know, too committed to a decision. Here, we'll give the sky a little purple. You know what? I'm just going to get a little crazy here. I'm going to make this sky a little purple. And I don't really always consider the fact that certain colors are complementary and how they work. I don't know. But sometimes I'm mindful of it. I guess the long answer, if it was a short one, would be that I don't really know what I'm doing. But I just do what feels right in the moment. When I color, I make decisions on the fly. Sometimes they work out magnificently, in my opinion, and other times they're kind of disastrous, and I've somewhat ruined an okay sketch. But that's the thrill of the chase, right? That's the fun of seeing how these things come together, and sometimes they don't always work out perfect. Like, I'm not sure I should have made this truck orange, but I did. But because it's pencil crayons, I got a lot of leeway to sort of seep in other colors and swing it a different way if I'm not loving the way it's looking. Like, you know, the prompt says rusty truck, so I gotta add some sense of rust into this. And I'm thinking about how I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make these seats a bit stronger orange so that they actually pop a bit. Okay, I'm gonna add some, I don't know, I'm adding some blue to the orange. Is that a good idea? I don't know, we're gonna find out. I don't know if it was a great idea. It's not destroying it, but it's not exactly making this thing pop any better. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Playing with color is a lot of fun, though. And again, when it works out in your favor, wonderful. I just probably should pay more attention to when I feel like it works out so that I could possibly replicate that on a more consistent basis. Let's see, let's add some orange for this guy. Alright, now I've got to get a sense of rust. Rust. Well, rust to me is brown. Yeah, that feels rusty. I think. rust-like in appearance. Okay, let's add some shading. I really enjoy the part of adding shadow to things too, making shapes pop. Again, not always sure of what I'm doing, especially if I try to get anywhere near complicated with shadows, but some basics that I have is just adding a drop shadow on stuff is always thrilling and puts a lot of weight to things, and it's so simple to do. I always enjoy that. Like right there. That's very satisfying. Bionic cat bus, that is never a wrong thing to say. I'm always glad to hear that people enjoyed Puzzle Agent. Thank you for sharing that. It kind of always amazes me that Puzzle Agent is, for so many people, how they discovered my work. And will always be grateful for that. It's a fun project, a couple of projects to work on, and I can't really honestly I get given a lot of the credit for it, but I came up with the concept in its original malformed shape, but so many amazing folks at Telltale helped bring that thing to life and turn it into the games that they were. And again, always grateful for that. I'm glad so many people still seem to enjoy Puzzle Agent out there. Not boring at all. Yeah, it really was. It was a total joy to work on. Nice. I think that's a good rusty truck. I'm good on that. I'm happy with that. Okay, it's going to be kind of a shortish session today, so I think I'll do one more drawing, one more prompt. Let me see what I can find. Sorry, still looking. Some of these are just too much. What do I feel like drawing? Alright, well, I glanced at nerdy glasses when I first saw it, so maybe that's what I'll do. Nerdy glasses. I don't know. Nerdy. Is that a term we even still use these days? keep this drawing pretty simple. Rose tinted, possibly. I wasn't thinking of that, but I might give them a nice, just slightly blue tint actually. Sometimes a little bit of blue just seems to suggest glass in the right way. Alright. I think that's it. I think that's my nerdy glasses. Any more detail and it would detract from the actual glasses, and that's the point of the drawing. Okay, I think that's it for me today, folks. As always, thanks so much for everybody who showed up and watched some of this. This will post on my YouTube channel, I guess, shortly thereafter, and it'll be up there forever, as long as YouTube and my account exist. So if you've missed it, you can watch it there. And yeah, I'll be back again sometime soon. Thanks, everybody.